Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Huh? It's a house!
We were all Richard Allen!
You pieces of shit got to the jury, didn't you?
Not sure where that camera's filming. Oh, filming somewhere else. All right. Oh yeah, that's an old one there. There's that one. There's also this one here. All right, hey, but guess what? I just realized something. Yesterday was Timothy Cecil's birthday, and Mary Lou didn't sing for Timothy Cecil. She didn't jump in. All right, so we're going to have Mary Lou sing for Timothy Cecil's birthday a day later.
I don't want to, Gray.
Oh my God. What's going on? Why not?
I just don't feel like it.
Well, you're going to do it anyways.
Okay, gee.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Happy birthday to Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday to Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday, dear Timothy Cecil. Happy birthday to you.
God, that was terrible, Mary Lou. Absolutely terrible.
Thanks, Gray.
Oh boy. Whew. Wow. Wow, that was bad. Alright, so what we're doing, we're going to go back to doing the spin the wheel thing, you guys. So how that works is if you send $5 in on Super Chats or whatever, you get one chance up there. If you send 10 to PayPal or like Cash App or something like that, you get 3 chances. So you get an extra one. And, you know, for every 10 or whatever, in that case, you would get 6 for 20, you know, that kind of thing. And it's just sort of a way to try to give back something, give you a chance to win something at the end. Or we might do it like halfway, do a spin, and then a second one at the end. Right? So if you get it in early, you have a better chance of winning than the second half. All right? If you send, buy me a coffee, I think if you send 20 or more, then I would give you like, because they take like 10 or 15%, so it's not like PayPal and Cash App or none. But YouTube takes 30, so that's why it's that's why I do it that way. So anyways, if you guys want to help support the channel tonight on the show, at least you'll have a chance to win the notebook. And if you just want to buy the notebook, you get the you know, the GHI, let me see, I think I have it right here. Yeah, it looks like this. Here it is. So for 30 bucks, you get this notebook. It has a pen that comes with it, and then another pen that I made for it. Or like the book already comes with a pen, and then it comes with the Freak pen. See that? It even has a little image of me on there. And then a stress ball, the Freak stress ball, and a poker chip. I don't know where that is, but there you go. That's what you win if you do the spin, or if you send 30 to PayPal, you get that immediately, or Cash App even, but you have to give me your address in Cash App. I think PayPal has it sitting there. And man, you guys really got a good start tonight. It's amazing. Oh wait, there isn't any. Come on, you guys, let's go. Jesus. All right, so tonight we're doing Asha Degree. Yeah, I just explained it. Right. And someone supported me on Buy Me a Coffee, and I don't know who that is. So I can't put their name on the wheel. Before the show, people were like, oh yeah, how's it work, Ray? And so if you want to play it, or at least have a chance when you're supporting the channel, at least I'll be giving that away. So that doesn't count. So like K-Me and Alley Cake, those numbers don't get chances to win. It has to be 5 or more. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna go over Asha Degree, but I'm going back in time. But also, thanks K-Me and Alley Cake. It's just if you're trying to play the, get the spin, that's not the amount. Yeah, there we go. So Deborah there, she's the first one on the chance right there. All right, there you go. Third super on a live stream. All right. All right, so I'm going to go back in time. We've got the newspaper articles. I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm just going to reset it a little bit. Hey, thanks, a blank slate. And Sandy Shirley. Very cool. All right. And also, yeah, if you buy a memberships, you get one also. For each membership that you buy. So if you bought 5 for somebody, you get 5 chances up there. All right, where the hell is that? Right there. Okay, so this is how it all started back in the day. I mean, we've covered this before back in September when there was updates, and now we're doing it again. So now there's a new update that just came out about 5 months after that. So we're just going to start over here. A 9-year-old girl was reported missing about 6:30 a.m. Monday when her mother, this is back in February of 2015, and I think she went missing on Valentine's Day, and found she had disappeared from the bedroom she shared with her 10-year-old brother, Sheriff Department and family members said. So that was Monday, yeah, so it was February 14th, 2000. By dark, a 12-hour hunt by ground and air for Asha Degree had turned up nothing, leaving searchers and relatives desperate for answers. We are canvassing every possible lead, said Bob Roadcap, Chief Deputy with the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office. Right now, we don't have anything. The search focused on the area near the family house on Oakcrest Street, just north of Shelby. The site is off NC 18 in a quiet, modest neighborhood of ranch-style brick houses. And I think we actually have her house, right here. And I think it's this house. Let's get the roads on there. Yeah, see, that's Oak Crest Drive, and I think that's what it says, right? Yeah, right there. House on Oak Crest Street, just north of Shelby. There isn't a street, so it's right here. And I don't even know, I don't think they have street view. So that's where she lived, right there. Authorities called off the search at nightfall and said it's likely to resume today at dawn. They put out a statewide bulletin for Asha. Roadcap said there were no signs of forced entry in the Degree residence, and that family members heard nothing unusual during the night. Authorities said the family called police shortly after they realized the child was missing. Asha's parents were cooperating fully with investigators. He said they were being interviewed late Monday night at the sheriff's office by deputies and agents from the State Bureau of Investigation. All right, so we got that one. Let's just move to the 19th. Hey, thanks, Alley Cake. There you go. That one we'll put on there. Thank you. So right here it says FBI community search for missing girl. Harold Degree, blurry-eyed after 1 hour's sleep, stood beside his missing daughter's twin bed, made neatly with a rose-colored spread. Above it hung posters of Winnie the Pooh and NBA players. A Barbie convertible, I don't know if that says, poked from a closet. Yeah, long days, empty days, Degree said Tuesday. We walked all up and down the road until 5 o'clock this morning. I hope and pray that they find her and that she's alive and well. In their second day of searching for the 9-year-old, Cleveland County Authority, this is the 16th, not the 19th, we're focusing on reports that Asha Degree was spotted walking on NC-18 near her home at 4 a.m. Monday, 2.5 hours before her parents reported her missing. So at 4 a.m., apparently she's walking down the highway. No one can explain why Asha might have left home, authorities said. Abduction was one possible scenario, but have not ruled out any others. All right, so this is just kind of like, this is how it went. They found a backpack like a year later, etc. But I actually have, in these documents, it has a good description, and this is from I think a warrant from 2000, September of last year. Okay, so I've gone and I'm not gonna go through so and so has 19 years of education and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go right to the factual elements of the case in here. I never really care about that kind of stuff at all. I just want to know what happened in the factual elements. It's weird how people dig into Joe Smith went, the affiant has a degree in criminology and blah blah blah, and the people look into that guy. It's like, who gives a shit? It's like, as soon as you do that, you're a conspiracy nutter. It just read the freaking narrative of what happened. All right, here we go. On February 14, 2000, 9-year-old Asha Degree went missing from her home in Shelby, North Carolina. Asha Degree was seen by drivers walking along North Carolina Highway 18 in Shelby, North Carolina. Hey, thanks, Linda Howe, as in Linda Molden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. All right. She is the Linda Molden Howe from Art Bell. Yeah. So in Shelby, North Carolina, Asha Degree was seen being pulled into a 1970s green Lincoln Thunderbird or another similar vehicle. Asha Degree has not been seen since that time. Yeah, so apparently it was right here at 4 a.m. she was seen being pulled into a green vehicle. But what was she doing? Or I think it might have been right here. But what was she doing even walking around at 4 in the morning? It seems like somebody must have almost catfished her. This is 2000 though, so how that worked, I don't know. The search for Asha continued for approximately 2 weeks after she was reported missing, which included searches that utilized tracking and HRD, human remain detection, canines, horses, ATVs, dive teams, aerial searches, neighborhood canvasses, and interviews, which included law enforcement and multiple community members, volunteers. All efforts during the 2-week search concluded with negative results in finding Asha. On August 20th, 2001, evidence belonging to Asha Degree was located in Burke County. So this is, you're looking at a year and a half later. Asha Degree, located in Burke County, North Carolina, on the side of Highway 18, approximately 21 miles north of where Asha Degree was last seen. A construction crew working in the area located the evidence, double-bagged in black garbage bags, and turned it over to the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office. Let's see. A construction crew working in the area located the evidence, double-bagged. So I don't know if that means that they double-bagged it and turned it over to the. It almost sounds like the construction company bagged it. Last seen, a construction crew working in the area located the evidence, but then it says double-bagged in black garbage bags and turned it over, so it's kind of hard to tell which is which. They may have found the backpack in black bags, or that's what they did and then turned it in. But you guys, if you're just getting here, if you want to, we're doing the notebook giveaway again. If you're supporting the channel with super chats, etc., I put your name into a wheel up here, and then we'll spin. All right. But I'm just trying to, encourage people to help support the channel, because now we're covering a case that people aren't aware of, and almost inevitably when we do that, it slows down dramatically. So if you guys could please help support the channel, regardless of what cases we're covering, I would appreciate it. On August 2nd, 2001, evidence belonging to Asha Degree was located in Burke County. Right, that's what we just said. So down here it says, numerous items of evidence were collected from the area, some having been identified as belonging to Asha Degree, and other items not belonging to Asha Degree. Various items of evidence, and by the way, that location, I think we mapped it out back then, was, when they say 20 miles away, I think it was, let's see, pulled out. Also, I'm trying to see if it's over here. Yeah, I think it was right up in this area. So I was like right here, somewhere right there. That's where the backpack was found, in a completely opposite direction. And let's see. All right, so two of those items returned evidentiary results. Genealogical data narrowed the samples down to two individuals. One sample belonged to Russell Bradley Underhill. Another sample belonged to a hereditary family member of suspects Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon. And that's crazy that they actually had these DNA samples. Investigators determined Russell Bradley Underhill lived in at least two facilities operated by Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon during the time Asha Degree was reported as a missing person. Russell Bradley Underhill was discovered deceased in Lincoln County in 2004. Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon share 3 children in common, identified as Lizzie Grace Dedmon Foster, Sarah Gwen Dedmon Capel, and Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. The oldest daughter, Lizzie Grace Dedmon Foster, resides in Texas. The middle daughter, Sarah Gwen Dedmon Capel, resides in Shelby, North Carolina, and the youngest daughter, Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez, resides in Charlotte, North Carolina. Laboratory analysis of collected DNA samples indicated the likelihood that the hair stem sample from Asha Degree's undershirt is a person genetically identical to the DNA standard collected from Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez is a hereditary family member of suspects Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon. So if those guys are suspects, then that's their daughter. So somehow, the suspects, and they have a daughter, and somehow this daughter was near Asha Degree at some point, or at least Asha Degree was in a car or something where there was a hair or something like that. Suspects, let's see. Suspects Roy Lee Dedmon and spouse Connie Elliott Dedmon currently reside at separate residences from one another. The residence on 5106 Hawthorne Lane belonged to Connie Dedmon's family prior to the time of Asha's disappearance. So I think that one is right here. So this is that property, 5106 Hawthorne Lane, right there. You guys aren't really interested in playing that game? Man, you guys. It's just amazing. If I was covering Coburger tonight, we'd be doing well. Let's see. Let me get the... Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon are the two common links between the profiles of Russell Bradley Underhill and Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez, collected and identified from Asha Degree's undershirt and the trash bag, which contained Asha Degree's book bag. Yeah, so it was undershirt, and then there was also a book bag. That's that. I think that's the bag that they found with the two plastic bags. And that's the plastic bags that was 21 miles north. Interviews with known associates of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon indicate the Roy Lee Dedmon family have no connections or ties to Asha Degree. So there's no inherent connection, so there's no reason that a hair from one of the Dedmon's children should be on Asha Degree's body unless somebody was driving, she was in a vehicle that maybe that person had been in, etc. So there's a tie there. On May 23rd, 2023, investigators conducted an interview of an employee of Cleveland County Social Services. The employee informed investigators they were employed at DSS in 2000 and were able to confirm Underhill's residency in Cleveland healthcare during a number of visits to the facility. In January of 2000, the employee recalled Roy Dedmon being involved in Underhill's care. In February of 2000, and informed investigators they were told Roy Lee Dedmon would send his 16 to 17-year-old daughter, Lizzie Grace Dedmon Foster, to transport patients in an unreliable vehicle to and from Broughton Hospital in Morganton, North Carolina. So that's that daughter. I think that's the daughter, right? Isn't that the one that... Let's see. Right here. Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez, and that's the hair. Okay, so now we're on to... I think that's right here. Right? Okay, hold on. No, it's Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon. So this is a different one, different person it looks like. Lizzie Grace Dedmon Foster to transport patients. Investigators obtained Underhill's medical records. Documentation dated June 4th, 1999 noted Connie Elliott Dedmon as admin for Cleveland Healthcare and documented directions on medication administration for Underhill. Medical records verified Underhill resided at Cleveland Healthcare on January 24th, 2000 and June 19th, 2000. So let's see. Medical records verified Underhill resided at Cleveland Healthcare on January 24th, 2000. So this is right before, and then also after on June 19th, 2000. Further medical records indicate Underhill school resource person listed as Roy Lee Dedmon, dated June 19, 2000. A document from Gaston, Lincoln area mental health screen form documented Underhill's residence as Cleveland Healthcare, dated June 19, 2000. a Gaston Cleveland Lincoln Medical Healthcare Services consent form documented Roy Lee Dedmon as Underhill's emergency contact. What they're really just saying is these guys are really connected. Investigators discovered upon the closure of Cleveland Healthcare in 2002, Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon opened an assisted living facility under the name of Northbrook Rest Home, located in Vail, North Carolina. Prior to his death in 2004, Underhill was a resident of Northbrook Rest Home. And by the way, you guys, we're currently only at 23, so I was kind of expecting that we'd have a lot more people doing this. So if we don't reach the goal or anything like that, I'm not going to be able to do the spin, but I'll keep your names for the next time, and then we'll just add those to the next spin. All right. I don't know what happened today. I get so much crap for covering a case that I'm interested in, like the Idaho case, but if I cover something else, I get very little support on the channel, so I'm kind of feel like I'm relegated, and I don't know how to get out of it, you guys. I'm covering something different tonight, and I need to feel like you guys have the same enthusiasm and support for the channel on whatever case that I cover. And that way we can start expanding and covering different cases. Is that something that we can do? Because this night is already, we're not even at 1/10 of a goal, and I can tell by the flow that it's not going to improve much. Okay? I've been doing this a long time. That's how it works. I don't know, can't. Yeah, Davis. It's not working for me. I keep getting made to feel shitty if I cover a case more than one day in a row or something, and even a week in a row, and I think it's what people want, and that's the only way a channel can survive. Because I'm doing this right now, and it's just really, 169 people watching. It's like 200 less than we get on the other one. We've only had 4 people willing to even do the $5 to play the spin for the wheel. And that's just not going to, it's not a way to sustain. I can't sustain the channel like that. Let's see. Investigators discovered upon closure of Cleveland Healthcare in 2002, Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon opened an assisted living facility under the name of Northbrook Rest Home, located in Vail, North Carolina, prior to his death in 2004. Underhill was a resident of Northbrook Rest Home. Northbrook Rest Home has been under the control of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon since January 1st, 1985. So all this one guy that apparently might have driven around, has some connection to Asha Degree, they took him into their rest home. Right, that's true, Adam, but I can't do it. You get what I'm saying? It just doesn't work. Asha Degree has remained missing for 24 years without any contact with their family or friends. There have been no school records pertaining to Asha Degree since her date of disappearance, February 14, 2000. Asha Degree's book bag and clothing wrapped in 2 sealed plastic garbage bags, so now that seems like that's how it was found, were located along Highway 18 south near Morganton, North Carolina. 17 months after Asha Degree was last seen on February 14, 2000. Number 18, Harold Aquila and O'Brien Degree, parents brother of Asha Degree, have been interviewed numerous times and or polygraphed. All information pertaining to and obtained from Asha Degree's immediate and extended family indicates her family does not know her whereabouts, nor have had any type of contact with her since her disappearance 24 years ago. So I'll try it again, everybody. If you're out there, if you could please help support the channel, you get your name put into a spin. For every $5, you get a chance to win the notebook, the full package that I'll ship off. All right, now if you do PayPal, you get an extra, per 5, you get an extra spin because they don't take a percentage out. All right, thank you. Let's see, 18 Harold, Killa, and O'Brien degree. Yeah, we just did. Based on technological advancements, social media platforms, and genealogical innovations, information can be obtained from anywhere in the world. These breakthrough concepts makes communication to and verification of individual virtually probable. No communication and or verification of Asha Degree or her whereabouts have been made since February 14, 2000. Let's see. Yeah, I did get Christina. Well, you might have bought one, Eden, but it says it doesn't have a name on it. Like there's one coffee that I have that says someone. It just says someone, and then there's somebody named then also Jessica Fox. I don't know if is that you? I mean, who are you? The other one, Eden? I don't know. It just says someone. It doesn't have a name on it. Okay. So I don't know who the other one is, though. Hey, thanks, Cheryl Moran. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. I'll just put you in there, Eden. I don't know if that was yours or not. It doesn't have your name on it, but I guess I can put it in there. All right. Thanks, Cheryl. Double D Knight. Based on these findings, investigators believe Asha Degree is a victim of homicide with her body concealed. And she hasn't shown up ever anywhere at all since that day. They don't believe she's out there somewhere. Hey, thanks, Jay Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make it. I want people to be just as supportive and interested in any cases that we cover here, because I try to use the same thing. I try to put it all together for you guys, and every case is important. And I keep trying to tell you guys that it's difficult to do those when, I don't know. I mean, let me just say this. Let's say you had a food cart, right? And you were cooking, you made this really pizza that everybody liked, and they showed up every day to eat that pizza. And just out of sort of, well, I told people that I would be. So one day you start cooking this, like, something else that they don't eat. And let's say nobody buys it. They show up and they just like, yeah, only 2 people show up to buy that, I'm not sure what kind of food it would be, like a soup or something. And they're like, yeah, would you just keep making that soup, or would you stick with the thing that everybody likes to order? See, that's kind of how these channels are, It's like you have a channel, you do content, and you sort of have to put content out that the viewers like. Now, I'm just telling you guys, it didn't used to be like that on here. It used to be when there was less true crime YouTubers, I could just cover any case, and, all the freaks would show up. I'd have 200, 300, 350 people watching. And everybody would be supporting the channel regardless of what we were doing, because we also do a lot of great stuff. But now that there's way more YouTubers out there, it feels like people just kind of gravitate towards what they know in their head, and then they go there. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of a weird situation. I'm just trying to be open with you guys so you understand what the issues are. I like covering tons and tons of cases. It's amazing when people go, Gray, have you ever covered this one? And I look it up. Yep. It's like, I think we've covered 1,500 different cases over the years. It's crazy. It looks like, hey, I don't know if you're there, Timothy, but we already sang it. You have to go back to the beginning of your... If Timothy Cecil's watching, he did email me back. If you're watching, it was your birthday was sung at the beginning of the show by Mary Lou. Will Michelle H. Well, you have to go back to the beginning and listen to it. There you are. Yeah, sorry I didn't have Mary Lou sing it yesterday. It had been a while, so it didn't really just pop into my head. Yeah, I've covered, I mean, I don't even know if 1,500 might be too low. There's like years where we cover, I mean, I've done 7 in a night because there's not a lot on them, so we just kind of keep switching, but at least they got talked about somehow, you know? Hey, thanks, Monica Reeves. All right. And welcome, Jay Cool. I'll put you in there again, even though that's... All right, awesome. All right, so due to the ages of Roy, Dedmon, and... So just realize that there's these people, they found DNA samples on Asha Degree that were connected to these people here. You know, it gets kind of complicated the way they're talking about it, but it's just kind of a basic concept. They found an actual hair from one of the daughters of the Dedmons on, you know, like inside her sweatshirt. I mean, that's crazy. How would that get there? Due to the ages of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon's 3 daughters in the year 2000, investigators believe adult assistance from Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon would have been necessary in the execution and or concealment of the crime. Let's see. Due to the ages of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon's 3 daughters in the year of 2000, investigators believe adult assistance, from Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon would have been necessary in the execution of or concealment of the case. Right, so they think adults, not the children, but adults would have had to have been involved. That's really all they're saying right there. And then based upon the applicant's training and experience, the applicant knows when a crime occurs, there is often transfer of physical evidence. The transfer of evidence may occur between the victim and the crime scene, the suspects and the crime scene, and or between the crime scene, the victim and the suspects. The transfer of the evidence may also occur in vehicles or modes of transportation used by a suspect or suspects to flee a crime scene after the commission of a violent crime. It is well-known fact that people in general keep personal effects, i.e. clothing, newspaper clippings, VHS, CDs, DVDs, as memorabilia. So that's kind of what they want to... This is a search warrant. Based on the above-mentioned facts, the applicant believes probable cause exists to search residents, vehicles, and property listed in the affidavit. Let's see. So now this is just sort of listing things that they want to look for. And here's some, let's see. I think we went over these. These are, like, this is the area here of where they're going to search. To reach 601 Cherry Hill Road, so let's see, 601, right there. I've already got it mapped, but this is one of the places they're looking. Yeah, so this is where it all their searches was over here, and let's see. I think I even marked where the green car was. There's a vehicle. Early on, they saw, you know, that one of the witnesses said they saw Asha Degree being pulled into this green vehicle, and law enforcement was seen towing away this crazy-looking green vehicle, and I think it was from like back here. It might have been right here, though. Let me... Yeah, I don't know. There was like this, a garage, and it was behind it in the pictures. So news was filming from here at one point, but it was right around, and the right here is like the key location that they were looking at. I think it was right back here even. I remember thinking that green there was the car. You know, I mean, it was pretty weird, but it was right back there. So that, I mean, that very well. I mean, what else would make that color there? It's not. There's not like there's a swimming pool back there. You know, that almost looks like a vehicle. You know, if you, it's not a great model of it, but you can see it could very well be a vehicle back there. See that? Let's see. To reach 601 Cherry Hill Road, Shelby, North Carolina, from the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, located at 100 Justice Place, Shelby, North Carolina, head north on just. Yeah, I mean, we already know where it is. So. The residence is a one-story building with white-sided. The home is currently occupied by Jeffrey Blease Spencer, who's not connected to it. Don't know how to make it 5. That's fine. I mean, what's the difference? Hey, thanks. Alley Cake. Got you in there. Additional locations to be searched include any safes, locked boxes, etc. The affiant, Investigator Chrissy Weaver with the Cleveland County. What's it doing now? The affiant is certified. Okay, this is just the certification crap again. So this looks like it's continuing that same thing again. If it goes to 24, it's the same one. That looks different though there. So maybe we need to, let's see. Based on technological, yeah, we read that already, but that gets different after that. On September 10th, 2024, Sarah Gwen Capel was interviewed and her residence about this case. Sarah Gwen Capel said she drove an AMC Rambler when she was 16, given to her by Roy Lee Dedmon in 1999. Sarah Gwen Capel was approximately 16 years old when Asha Degree went missing. As previously stated, an eyewitness stated they saw Asha Degree being pulled into a 1970s model green in color Lincoln Thunderbird or similar vehicle. The 1964 AMC Rambler was very similar features to a 1970s model Lincoln Thunderbird. What is believed to be the AMC Rambler is dark green in color with front end damage, parked at 601 Cherry Hill Road. A 1964 AMC Rambler was registered to Roy Lee Dedmon with an address of 601 Cherryville Road. And see, look, it's like that's it right there. It's and the real photographs, not the scanned-in thing. It's green, right there. And so that kind of looks like, if we go back out to Google Earth, I think it's I don't know. There appears to be a garage over there. I think if we maybe try a different year. Yeah, see right there. See, that's 601 Cherryville Road, and that's what this is. So it is right here, wherever that image is. But that's the vehicle. Apparently, that's the one that Asha Degree was pulled into. It's been parked there for years. So on September 11th, 2024, investigators approached 601 Cherryville Road and spoke to current occupant Jeffrey Bleach Spencer. Mr. Spencer has lived at the residence for approximately 5 years. He stated there are 3 rooms locked with padlocks and have remained locked since he moved into the residence. He stated that Roy Lee Dedmon advised his personal property was in those locked rooms. Woohoo. So this guy rented it, and this Jeffrey Blease guy, and there was 3 doors that were locked, and was advised by Roy Lee Dedmon that inside those that's private property for Roy Lee Dedmon, personal property. Also on September 10th, 2024, Laura Dedmon was interviewed about this case. Laura Dedmon stated that several years ago she saw Roy Lee Dedmon digging a chest-deep hole on the property of 601 Cherryville Road. On September 11th, 2024, investigators Shoemate observed a 6 to 8 inch dent in the ground where it was obvious that the ground had been disturbed on the property of 601 Cherryville Road. Investigator Shoemate observed this during his voluntary contact with current residents of 601 Cherryville Road. 21. Based upon the applicant's training and experience, the applicant knows where a crime occurs. So this is the same thing. Then, hey, we can, look for different items and see what we can find. That's the same thing. Let's see. In the matter of Northbrook Rest Home, 1611 Northbrook. Okay, so they have a picture of that. To reach, I don't know, that one, I think that's where the Dedmons own that, and that one, I forgot his name, but the other individual was staying there with him. He's an adult too. The establishment is a brick structure with white window trim. That's the home. From 2016 to 2018, the affiant served as a field training officer. That seems like we're repeating that. Here we go again with the numbers again. Let's see if this one changes at all like the last one. Based upon, it looks the same. All right, let me get rid of that and take a look at the. So these are warrants that from a month ago or 5 months ago that we looked at originally. Hey, thanks Michelle H. and Eden Fox. There you go. Get another one. Put that in there. And Michelle H. That's close. We'll put that in there because you probably give another $1 later or whatever the hell it is. Anyways, thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see if there's anything different in this one. These are just, they kind of just dump all these documents back then. This might be the same thing that has the numbering. Yeah, there it is. 10, 12, based upon. Okay, that one cut off. Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon are the 2 common links between the profiles of Russell Bradley Underhill and Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. Right, so isn't that interesting? So check it out. Like apparently there's 2 profiles that they found on Asha Degree. One of them was Russell Bradley, and the other one is Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez, the daughter of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon. Now, otherwise, there would be no connection between those 2 DNA profiles. However, it turns out that Connie Dedmon and Roy Dedmon are the link because they took care of Russell Bradley Underhill at their retirement home, right? And then their daughter's DNA is on it. So somehow Asha Degree was in a vehicle or around these people. Now you can look at like Russell Bradley. Was he driving a vehicle that maybe Anna Lee Victoria had been into, so her hair was in there, and then that got transferred over to Asha Degree, and he was the one driving the vehicle? Pretty crazy, right? Hey, thanks, Deborah Fro. That counts too. You get a chance at the spin. Awesome. All right, anyways. So I think that's pretty interesting right there. Right here it says, based upon the aforementioned information contained in this affidavit and the training and experience of this affiant, it is probable that Roy Lee Dedmon's DNA could match DNA evidence related to this incident and or could match DNA profiles derived from evidence collected and entered into CODIS. So they were thinking they might be able to match up his DNA because the two profiles are, again, Russell Bradley stayed at the sort of retirement home that Connie and Roy Dedmon owned. And then their daughter's full hair was on, I think, in the inside of Asha Degree's sweatshirt. Now, you explain to me how that happens. That's crazy. All right, so we got that. And then this one right here. And we're not even onto the new. I'm just trying to give you kind of like the backstory of how it got here. We could have gone through those newspaper articles and so forth, but most of that information's in here. Okay, this is that same thing again. Let me just go through this again. On February 14, 2000, 9-year-old Asha Degree went missing from her home in Shelby, North Carolina. Asha Degree was seen by drivers walking along North Carolina Highway 18 in Shelby, North Carolina. Asha Degree was seen being pulled into a 1970 green Lincoln Thunderbird, or another similar vehicle. Asha Degree has not been seen since that time. Number 2, the warrant for Asha continued for the search for Asha continued for approximately 2 weeks after she was reported missing, which included searches that utilized tracking and human remains detection canines, horses, ATVs, dive teams, aerial searches, neighborhood canvasses, and interviews which included law enforcement and multiple community member volunteers. All efforts during the 2-week search concluded with negative results in finding Asha Degree. On August 2nd, 2001, evidence belonging to Asha Degree was located in Burke County, North Carolina, on the side of Highway 18, approximately 21 miles north of where Asha Degree was last seen. A construction crew working in the area located the evidence double-bagged in black garbage bags and turned it over to the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office. So whoever knows what happened to her, literally, sorry if you don't like that. I didn't mean to keep your face on the screen for 20 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, so it's interesting that whoever did something with her drove her literally 21 miles. If it's these Dedmon people, they drove like 30 miles north to sort of trick law enforcement as if she had gone that direction. Numerous items of evidence were collected from the area. Some have been identified as belonging to Asha Degree and other items not belonging to Asha Degree. Various items of evidence were sent for analysis. 2 of those items returned evidentiary results. Genealogical data narrowed the samples down to 2 individuals. 1 sample belonged to Russell Bradley Underhill. Remember, that's the guy that was being taken care of by, he stayed in the Dedmon's facility. Another sample belonged to a hereditary family member of suspect Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon. So they were suspects. And it's sort of interesting that Bradley Underhill, a person that stayed at one of their retirement home that they owned, and a daughter is on Asha Degree. Investigators determined Russell Bradley Underhill lived in at least 2 facilities operated by Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon during the time Asha Degree was reported as a missing person. Russell Bradley Underhill was discovered deceased in Lincoln County in 2004. So he died just 4 years after. And it just could be that this Bradley guy happened to be in the same vehicle, because apparently the daughter drove him in that car, so he could just had a hair or something in that vehicle, and it got transferred over to Asha Degree. But it sounds certain that she was in like that vehicle, and I don't know, it's just pretty interesting. You can see how they're putting it together. Hey, thanks, Municipality. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you here for a while. Oh, not too long. I mean, you were here recently, but let's see. Thank you. Yeah, and by the way, if you're getting here later, we're going back to doing the notebook spin. So if you send $5 or more in, for every 5, you get an extra chance of winning. If you send, I mean, if we do buy me a coffee, if you send 10 in to buy me a coffee, I'll do 3 chances, because that over there, they just take like 7 or 8%, not 30 like YouTube. And then also, so if you do 10 on buy me a coffee, we'll do 3. And then if you just want to buy it, you just send $30 to PayPal, and I'll send you the notebook, the pen, the stress ball, and the poker chip. It's got 80 pages in the notebook, too. It's a pretty good one. All right. There's my pitch. I suck at it. You know what I need, like, you guys? I need a producer. Like, somebody out there that actually knows what the hell's going on social media. Because I don't have a damn... I just want to do shows, you guys. I suck at all the rest of it. I just want to think, do shows, work through problems, put it out there. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I need somebody that like knows social media, knows how they're good artistic wise. You know, I don't know how I would. Yeah, like paying them, it'd probably be something like a percentage of something, you know, like I don't know. You know, I'm not even sure what's popular or anything at any given time. And like I said before, it didn't matter before what was popular. I would just do shows, and you guys are always here. And those times are gone in terms of supporting on any case. So I don't know. Got to figure it out. One of these days I'll try to see if somebody's out there, because I know other channels have those people. They have these people that go out and do all the stuff. They hook up everything on what's that one shit, I can't even remember the names. But like different sites, they get everything dialed in, and the people just do the shows. You know, that'd be amazing if it was like that. I think my thumbnails are getting better, though. What do you guys think? I think the one I did today was pretty sweet, man. I put the balaclava on Koberger. I'm not sure what that means, Moofies. Who's they? What are you referring to? Who could share information with me? What do you mean? All right. Anyways, investigators determined Russell Bradley Underhill lived in at least... So here we go. Remember a minute ago. Remember the Russell Bradley Underhill is a person that lived in facilities ran by Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon. And their daughter's DNA also was on. So Russell and their daughter's DNA was located on Asha Degree's person, like hairs, etc. Isn't that amazing? Investigators determined that Russell Bradley Underhill lived in at least 2 facilities operated by Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon. During the time Asha Degree was reported as a missing person even. So when she was reported as missing, he was living in their facilities. Russell Bradley Underhill was discovered deceased in Lincoln County in 2004. So he died, 4 years after Asha Degree went missing. Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon share 3 children in common, identified as Lizzie Gray. So there's all these different children. So let's just, we don't have to read all these names. To make it easier in your brain, they had 3 children. Laboratory analysis of collected DNA samples indicated the likelihood that the hair stem sample from Asha Degree's undershirt, isn't that wild? So she has an undershirt on at the time, which they found. So they found this undershirt, is a person genetically identical to the DNA standard collected from Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez is a hereditary family member, the actual daughter of suspect Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon. So now we know that a hair was found from the daughter of Connie and Roy on the undershirt of Asha Degree, and then also DNA was found from Russell Bradley, and Russell Bradley was staying in a facility ran by Connie. And you guys get this stuff. It's pretty damning information here. So there's got to be a connection between the Dedmons and the disappearance of Asha Degree. 100%. That's not true, Gray. I could, see if the Koberger nutjobs were following this case, they try to find some other explanation. Maybe an eagle was flying in the air, happened to grab the shirt that the daughter of the Dedmons was wearing and dropped out of the sky, and a hair blew off of it, flew down and landed on the shirt of Asha Degree, and then somebody bagged it up, and it was, and they go, see how reasonable that is, everybody? We already discussed who the parents are. They're not related to the crime, so we don't really need to discuss the parents. Yep, they've already been cleared. They have nothing to do with it. And by the way, today I I got one of those other emails again. I'm just switching topics for a second. I got an email from somebody. They said, Gray, you're giving too much of a break to Dylan Mortensen. When there's a lot of blood like that, the odor in the house is strange and everything. And then the next paragraph, well, guess what that one is? I don't think she has anything to do with the killings at all, but it's just so strange. And then I always respond, then you do think she has something to do with it. Right? Because here's the thing, everybody. If you don't believe Dylan Mortensen has a damn thing to do with the killings, and there's no connection at all to Koberger or anything like that, then why talk about her? It's just, she's not you. She acted the way she acted. You don't need to talk about her at all. We don't need to know why she acted a certain way, etc. Nobody needs to know anything. But if you believe she is part of it, then yes, you can go ahead and dig around and try to find something. Okay? But I don't want to try to work with you or listen to your explanations, etc. I don't care. I've already thought through it all myself. I don't need your opinion on it or anything. You get what I'm saying? I don't need your opinion on why you think Dylan Mortensen has something to do with something. I don't want to listen to it. All right? I don't think she has anything to do with it at all, and I think it's shameful how many people keep talking about it. All right, back to this. Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon share 3 daughters. We already did that, and it turns out the DNA matched completely to one of the daughters, and that daughter is Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. Suspect Roy Lee Dedmon and spouse Connie Elliott Dedmon currently reside at separate residences from one another. Let's see. Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon are the two common links between the profiles of Russell Bradley Underhill and Anna Lee. What was the part that was found by him, though? The sample's down to 2 individuals. One sample belonged to Russell Bradley Underhill. I wonder what that sample was, though. So, interviews with known associates of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon indicate the Roy Lee Dedmon family have no connection or ties to Asha Degree. So, there's no reason that their daughter or this other individual that stayed at their facility, DNA, should be anywhere near Asha Degree. All right, guys, we're currently at 1/3 of the goal. Really struggling again. So if you guys have the ability to help support the channel and have an opportunity to win the, the notebook, etc., that'd be great. Let's see what this says. This is a different one here. Various items. Investigators determined Russell Bradley Underhill lived in at least 2. We did that. Right here. On May 23rd, 2023, investigators conducted an interview of an employee at Cleveland County Social Services. The employee informed investigators they were employed on DSS in 2000 and were able to confirm Underhill's residency in the Cleveland Health Care during a number of visits to the facility in January of 2000. The employee recalled Roy Dedmon being involved in Underhill's care in February of 2000 and informed investigators they were told Roy Lee Dedmon would send his 16 to 17-year-old daughter, Lizzie Grace Dedmon Foster, to transport patients in an unreliable vehicle. So there you go. One of the daughters would actually drive patients. So what if Russell was in that car and left a hair in there? That kind of makes sense. Hey, thanks, Kami. We'll put that in there. Investigators discovered Roy Lee Dedmon's residence of 621 Sherryville Road. Let's see. 621. Do we have that one, right? Yeah, that's the one we're looking at. Shelby, North Carolina is approximately 3.7 miles from the last known location where Asha Degree was seen by a witness. So this address they're searching is less than 4 miles from where she was last seen, in the vicinity of Fallston Road, Highway 18, and Wallace Grove Drive. Let me see if I have that. That makes sense to what I have up here. So she was spotted right here. Fallston Road, where's that? No, that's this one up here. Okay, that's Fallston Road. Okay, so then I guess it's the same. Fallston, it's Highway 18 is Fallston Road. Alright, so it's saying Fallston Road, Highway 18, and Wallace Grove Drive. So that's the key. Wallace Grove Drive. Right there, okay. So she was last seen about right there. Is the most logical route to travel to and from Northbrook. Investigators obtained Underhill's medical records. Documentation dated June 4th, 1999 noted Connie Elliott Dedmon as admin for the Cleveland Health Care and documented directions on medication administration for Underhill. Medical records verified Underhill resided at Cleveland Healthcare on January 24, 2000, which is really like 3 weeks prior to Asha going missing. And he was also on June 19, 2000. Further, medical records indicated Underhill's school resource person listed as Roy Lee Dedmon, dated June 19, 2000. A document from Gaston Lincoln area mental health screen form documented Underhill's residence as Cleveland Healthcare. Investigators discovered upon the closure of Cleveland Healthcare in 2002, Roy Lee Dedmon and Connie Elliott Dedmon opened an assisted living facility under the name of Northbrook Rest Home, located in Vail, North Carolina. Prior to his death in 2004, Underhill was a resident of Northbrook Rest Home. Let's see. On November 29, 2002, Northbrook Rest Home has been under the control of Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon. So this Russell guy was there like for 4 years that they were doing stuff. I mean, 4 years that he was living there. 17. On November 29, 2002, CCSO received a missing persons report indicating Underhill had left Autumn Years Retirement Center located at 1451 Falston Road with a white male in a red truck. Let's see. So on November 29, 2002, CCSO received a missing persons report indicating Underhill had left Autumn Years Retirement Center located at 1451 Falston Road, so this Russell Underhill guy, with a white male in a red truck. On December 2nd, 2002, CCSO Deputy Curry located Underhill at Cleveland Healthcare, located at 1056 College Avenue, Shelby, North Carolina. 19. Roy Dedmon currently has 29 vehicles registered in his name. Number 20. On February 28, 2024, a search warrant was obtained to gather intelligence via unnamed aerial vehicle. The search warrant was issued for the residence of Roy Dedmon, 621 Cherryville Road. 21. On February 29, 2024, the unmanned aerial vehicle search warrant was executed. Investigators discovered Roy Dedmon has 3 green vehicles located on his property and 1 red truck. Wow, so he's the one that picked up picked up Underhill. So look at that up there. November 29, 2002, CCSO received a missing persons report indicating Underhill had left Autumn Years Retirement Center. That's crazy. And then just 3 days later, he was located at a different retirement home. But this one's owned by the Dedmons. But it sounds like the Dedmons are the ones with the red truck that picked him up and had him missing. So they wanted to have control of him, sounds like. That's crazy. Then on February 20th, 2024, a search warrant was obtained to gather intelligence via unmanned... Yeah, we just did that. Let's see, where are we at here? So they found the 3 green vehicles and 1 red truck or any other vehicle located on the property. Asha Degree has remained missing for 24 years without any contact with her family and or friends. There have been no school records pertaining to Asha Degree since her date of disappearance, February 14, 2000. And I think these are the parents. Harold Aquila and O'Brien Degree, parents, brother of Asha, have been interviewed numerous times and polygraphed. All information pertaining to and obtained from Asha Degree's immediate and extended family indicate her family does not know her whereabouts nor have had any type of contact with her since her disappearance. So there you go. That's that answer to that question up there. Was that you, Deborah, that asked that? I can't remember now. Might have been you. But there you go. They have nothing to do with it. Alright. So I'm going to try the pitch one more time, you guys. If you're out there and you're watching and you want to help support the channel and also have a chance to win the entire $30 notebook package, if you send 5 or more in, I put your name on this wheel over here and spin. But tonight we haven't had any, like one that was 20 and the rest are 5, so it makes it really tough to get to the goal. And it's like, but the more you put in, the better chance you have to win. That's how it works. Wow, there's a lot of us here who I'm sure have followed the case for many years. A lot of us here, what do you mean, we, I'm sure? I don't know what that means. Yeah, there isn't really a lot here. 193 isn't it's not a big crowd. It's small. Let's see. So, anyways, we're moving on to the new information. What's this one here? Hold on. Yeah, I think this is the new information. February 13th. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what this says. I haven't even looked at it yet. Thanks, Alley Cake. Oh, good what? Anyways, the undersigned find there's a probable cause to believe that the property and person described in application Riverside, I'm not even going to read that part. I'm not going to read the affiant introduction, applicable law. So now let's look at this. So it looks like they have something similar to, I don't want to repeat this again, but various items of evidence were sent for analysis. 2 of the items returned evidentiary results, genealogy. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it just starts being different up here. Hold on. Let's see. Asha Degree book bag and clothing wrapped in 2 sealed black plastic garbage bags were located along Highway 18 south near Morganton, North Carolina. Harold Aquila and O'Brien Degree parents have been interviewed. Yep, they're not involved. Based on technological advancements, social media platforms, and genealogical innovations, information can be obtained from anywhere in the world. Based on these findings, investigators believe Asha Degree is a victim of homicide with her body concealed. Alright, so what's this right here? Okay, right here. Roy Dedmon and Connie Dedmon on September 10th, 2024. Sarah Gwen Capel was interviewed at her residence about this case. Sarah Gwen Capel said she drove an AMC Rambler when she was 16, given to her by Roy Lee Dedmon in 1999. Sarah Gwen Capel was approximately 16 years old when Asha Degree went missing. As previously stated, an eyewitness stated they saw Asha Degree being pulled into a 1970s model green in color Lincoln Thunderbird or similar vehicle. The 1964 AMC Rambler has very similar features to a 1970s model Lincoln Thunderbird. What is believed to be the AMC Rambler is dark green in color with front end damage, parked at 601 Cherryville Road. A 1964 AMC Rambler with a VIN number on it was registered to Roy Lee Dedmon with an address of 601 Cherryville Road. The 1964 AMC Rambler VIN B695A35 was seized on September 11, 2024. On September 10, 2024, Lizzie contacted by investigators and informed that they wanted to speak with her regarding an investigation. This sounds different. An appointment was scheduled after Lizzie was going to be off work. Okay, so is this that's Sarah Gwen. Isn't Lizzie let's go up here. The 2 DNA sample. Victoria Dedmon, Anna Lee Victoria Dedmon Ramirez. So I think Lizzie's one of the other daughters, though, I think. An appointment was scheduled for Lizzie was going to be off work. During her workday at approximately 1:47 p.m., Anna called Lizzie and spent 13 seconds on the phone. At 2:48 p.m., Anna called Lizzie again and spent 90 seconds on the phone while she was en route to her residence after being told that a search warrant was going to be executed. When investigators were originally speaking to her, Lizzie agreed to take a polygraph regarding the situation, but a polygraph was not conducted that day. Over the next hour, Lizzie spent a significant amount of time on her cell phone communicating with her family. Some of the longest phone calls were as follows. At 2:59 p.m., Sarah called Lizzie for 189 seconds. At 3:03 p.m., Lizzie called Roy and communicated for somewhere between 351 and 663 seconds. And at 3:20 p.m., and then Roy called Lizzie for 296 seconds. Throughout the evening, Lizzie continued spending a significant amount of time on her cell phone communicating with her family and additional people. And then it says on September 18, 2024, Mr. Thad Mellentine came to the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office for an interview with investigators regarding the Asha Degree case. Mr. Mellentine, never heard this name, stated that around the mid-2000s, he was in his 20s and occasionally frequented bars and house parties with the Dedmon girls. Mr. Mellentine recalled a time where he was at a house party with Lizzie and Sarah Dedmon when he observed Lizzie sobbing and bawling while being extremely intoxicated. Mr. Mellentine further stated that Lizzie made several statements admitting to killing Asha Degree. Specifically, Mr. Mellentine stated that Lizzie said, "I killed Asha Degree." Sounds like Richard Allen. One significant element that Mr. Mellentine also recalled was how, upon hearing the statement by Lizzie, her sister Sarah came up and became stern, angry, and told Lizzie to shut the F up while she grabbed her head. Mr. Mellentine stated that this behavior by Sarah caught him off guard and was not a behavior that he had seen before, normally recalled Sarah as being calm and nice. Mr. Mellentine stated after that he was confident in his memory and how he was 100% positive in those moments of what he remembers. Mr. Mellentine later passed a polygraph test to verify the information that he was giving on Lizzie and Sarah. All right, you guys, we're only at a third of the nightly goal. So, are you guys sending me a message that we don't do these cases? That's what we're at. I like doing these, unfortunately, but to have the channel survive, I gotta. Apparently, we're doing the popular ones. On October 27, 2024, investigator C. Weaver received iCloud search warrant result for Lizzie. Grace Foster's iCloud account, which included several messages. Messages of interest are listed below. At 2:48, incoming call from Anna Lee Dedmon. 14:53, text from Anna Lee Dedmon. "I'm so sorry. I just said all that." And then Anna Lee said, "I'm just in complete shock." Text to Anna Lee Dedmon from Lizzie, "It's okay. I'm leaving school." Over the next day, there are several messages between Lizzie Foster. Let's see, what page are we on here? We're on page 7. I keep forgetting like who the... So Anna Lee is whose DNA was found on... That's the hair that was found on Asha Degree. Okay? So right here, Anna Lee's saying, I'm so sorry I just said all that. I'm just in complete shock. Yeah, someone, I just got another coffee from, it just says someone. There's no name on it, so I don't know how to do that. Oh, that was you? Okay. All right. I'll put it in there. I don't know. Can we just keep going through it, Don, before you get too excited? Well, we're just trying to work through it. We're not. We don't know yet. Over the next day, there are several messages between Lizzie Foster and Annalee Dedmon and Sarah Capel in reference to being approached by law enforcement about this investigation. Let's see. At 4:45, text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie Foster. They think it's our shirt. It's not. Let's see. They think it's our shirt. It's not her shirt. And then text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie Foster. Her mom said it was hers. And then a text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie Foster. I don't remember that shirt. I'm scared. Wow. See, this doesn't sound like people that are innocent. Dad is probably going to be a huge suspect. Then 5:01 text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie Foster. Lizzie, can you talk? And then at then 9/11/2024, looks like at 12:17 in the morning, it said, oh, there's one. All right. So Anne, I guess we got a coffee. Put that in there. Dad is probably going to be a huge suspect. And then at 12:17 in the morning, a text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie Foster. This is a nightmare. I'm like shaking and can't walk now either. Thanks, Richard Watts. Wait, what happened? Either. Okay. Lizzie, her sister Sarah came up and... No, wait, that's right there. Can't walk either. And then at 8:37 in the morning, incoming text from Kelly Foster, Lizzie Foster's ex-husband. I'm so sorry you and your family is going through this right now, especially Anne and your mom. Just horrible. Okay, so this is their text message exchange during the last September when they were doing all these searches. Okay, so that's at that time. And so then, let's see, at 1:59, text from Annalee Dedmon. Lizzie, you don't need to be talking to anyone. I'm at my lawyer's office. My lawyer's office this. Then 2:01, text from Annalee Dedmon to Lizzie Foster. So Annalee is the one whose hair is on the undershirt of Asha Degree. Now they advise we should all not talk to them without representation. Then at almost 4:55, a text from Lizzie Foster to Kelly Foster. This is going to get nothing but worse. I'm talking to my doctor at 5 to get something for my nerves. Then at 4:56, a text from Lizzie Foster to Kelly Foster. I'm just so worried. So worried. 4:57, text from Lizzie Foster to Kelly Foster. I mean, it's a nightmare that's going to keep getting worse. I can see nothing good happening anytime soon, and I'm an optimist. At 5:35, a text from Kelly Foster to Lizzie Foster. Oh no. I hate it. I hate if for y'all. Maybe hate it, but there's an F there. And then a text from Lizzie Foster to Kelly Foster. There is no way this is going to be okay. And at 6:14, a text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. I just talked to David, Teddy. The theory is I did it. Accident covered it up. And at 6:14, a text from Sarah Capel, Lizzie Foster. No. Why would it be you? 6:14. That's what he said. 6:29. I don't know if I can go to work tomorrow. I wanted to originally. Then at 6:31 hours, incoming call from Annalee Dedmon. So that's the, again, her hair is the one that was found on the shirt of Asha Degree. Undershirt. 6:37, text from Lizzie Foster to Kelly Foster. I feel so horrible. And then incoming call from Annalee. And then text came in that said that. I feel so horrible. So horrible. Let's see. We're currently at, for the night, you guys, you know what the goal normally is. We try to get to 200. We're at 79. So I'm just showing you guys, trying to be, let you aware of how things are going on here. So if you have the ability to, we're actually giving away the notebook tonight. So if you have the ability to help support the channel, any way possible, that would be great. But, yeah, that's it. 6:37, text from Lizzie Foster to Kelly Foster. I don't know what to do. I caused this, she said. And then, no, you didn't. I don't know if I can see V. V is Vivian, her and Kelly's daughter. 1939, text from Kelly Foster to Lizzie Foster. No way. I don't know what I'm doing or feeling. I guess I'm in shock. And at 6:40, I just feel weird by Lizzie. And then a text from Kelly Foster to Lizzie Foster. Any theory that involves his kid is a ridiculous one. And then at 6:51, incoming call from Sarah Capel. Incoming call from Kelly Foster. Incoming call from Roy Dedmon. So there you go. Then at 7:34, text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. Hey. That's a text, I mean. And then at 7:34, text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. Is everybody mad at me? Nobody. Let's see. The text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie said, nobody is Lizzie. At 7:35, a text from Sarah Capel to Lizzie. This is not your fault. On September 28, 2024, Lizzie Foster was reapproached in Texas by Lieutenant Daniel Howe, and she refused to speak with law enforcement. At 7:09 hours, text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. I'm just so anxious about, what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. Let's see. But I mean, here's a good example of why my channel's relegated to doing the really popular ones tonight. At 5:09, text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. I'm just so anxious about what's going on behind the scenes. What's next? So there's more. Then 7:09, text from Lizzie Foster. What are they doing now? I'm just going to read what they're saying. We can just sort of infer. What's going to happen to me since I wouldn't talk to them? I'm afraid it's going to get worse. Well, he told me it's going to. I know, girl. I'm a disaster. I think if they come at you again, you just go and be compliant. That's what I'm planning on doing. I think so too. Honestly, I mean, I want to do what Dad says, but damn. And maybe we should have let you do what you originally wanted to do. That was probably come in and say something. Like it was an accident. And then, let's see, text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. I really don't know. And then a text from Sarah Capel to Liz Foster. Right. You don't want something we do or say to impact him, but we always can't be living like this either. Oh, wow. So you don't want to say something that might implicate your father, but you guys can't be living like this. I think that's exactly what that means. I mean, I told him I'm not gonna do that. Right. Oh, you did? What did he say? It's not like worth our mental health. Right. He just like, I will call Teddy. We can go get a polygraph with the honest people. Oh, okay. I really just don't have it in me to go through what you've been through. It's been hell. Just hearing about your situation has made me a disaster. That's from Sarah Capel to Lizzie. And then a text from Lizzie Foster to Sarah Capel. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I just can't even imagine going through that. But you all have dealt with other stuff that I haven't. And it says, Lieutenant Daniel Howell reapproached Lizzie at Highland Park Middle School. When approached, Lizzie seemed surprised to see him there. When Lieutenant Daniel Howell said he had new information, Lizzie initially agreed to meet with him that day to talk about this new information. Then Lieutenant Daniel Howell received a text message from Lizzie, who said he did not have anything additional to say to him and refused to speak any further. Maybe we can try to get some coffees in here. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. And then Lieutenant Daniel Howell received a text message from Lizzie, who said she did not have anything additional to say to him and refused to speak any further. Then Lieutenant Daniel Howell approached her in person. He told Lizzie that Thad Mellentine had told investigators. Lieutenant Daniel Howell then offered her a polygraph test based on this information, and she refused to polygraph and said she needed to make some phone calls. Lizzie went to make a phone call and reassured Lieutenant Daniel Howell that he will not take a polygraph. Lieutenant Daniel Howell asked who she called, and she said she talked with her ex-husband, Kelly Foster. Lieutenant Daniel Howell attempted to approach Kelly Foster at his residence on September 28, 2024. When he approached the house, he saw a little girl in the window, but no one would come to the door. On February 10th, 2025, I mean, this is, 10 days ago, Howell reapproached Lizzie Grace Foster. She became very emotional and agreed to take a polygraph test. Lizzie Foster was asked whether she was concealing information and was found to be deceptive. Also, during the interview, Lizzie Foster made the statement, "If my dad did it, he did it, but I had nothing to do with it." Wow. The IMEI of his device is known due to the return of the Apple account records for Roy Lee Dedmon. Mr. Dedmon did not back up his iCloud messages, so the contents are unknown. Let's see. Biometric access to a device. I'm seeking authority for law enforcement to compel any individual present at the time of the search to unlock any electronic computer. Okay, this is like just automatic stuff. I don't know. Based on my training experience, I know that computer hardware, software, yeah, so, I mean, based on those communications, they're doing more warrants. Because this communication up here obviously points to these people being aware of what happened, and it sounds like there's a cover-up in there. All right, you guys, what do I need to do? Dance a jig tonight? Because we're still only at a third, and I need to have the assurance that we, regardless of what we're covering, like this one, we're still going to do the same. Asha Degree may have been pulled into a vehicle in Cleveland County. New warrants. That's an old one. Where's the new one here? I want the one from now. Yeah, these are the new ones here. Really interesting. Former FBI prosecutor analysis, text messages, and Asha Degree search warrant. New search warrants were released Tuesday in the search for Asha Degree, the 9-year-old Shelby, North Carolina girl who went missing on Valentine's Day night 25 years ago. The warrants show that law enforcement took the cell phone of Lizzie Foster, the daughter of a Cleveland County man whose property was searched by federal agents last September. Foster was 16 at the time of Degree's disappearance, according to the warrants. In September, a search warrant revealed that investigators believe Degree was a victim of homicide and that her body was concealed. The FBI, along with state and local investigators, searched Cleveland County property for several days, searching for evidence at a property on Cherryville Road. Witnesses told investigators that Degree was last seen walking along North Carolina Highway 18 on February 14th. Yeah, we already know all that. Down here, there are also, let's see. On September 18, 2024, a man went to the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office and spoke with detectives about the case. He told detectives that when he was in his 20s and the mid-2000s, he occasionally frequented bars and parties with Sarah and Lizzie Dedmon. Melantine recalled one party when Lizzie was sobbing and bawling and made several statements that she killed Asha Degree. Melantine claimed that Lizzie's sister heard her comments and got angry. Tell her to shut the F up while grabbing her head. Melantine said the behavior caught him off guard because Sarah was always calm and nice in their interactions. Investigators obtained search warrants for Lizzie Foster's phone. The results came back on October 27th, including several messages of interest linked to the case from Foster, her sisters Annalee Dedmon and Sarah Capel. This is a nightmare, Capel texted to Lizzie Foster. I'm like shaking and can't walk now either. There's also a text message from Foster's ex-husband who said he was sorry for what their family was going through. Annalee Dedmon also told her sister Lizzie, you don't need to be talking to anyone, urging her to break off any communication about the case without an attorney present. I'm just so worried, Foster texted her ex-husband. So worried. I mean, it's a nightmare. That's going to keep getting worse. I can see nothing good happening anytime soon, and I'm an optimist. She later told him there is no way this is going to be okay. Anyways, you guys got the gist of it, right? All right. Well, I think that's going to call it a night, you guys. Appreciate you being here. I'll do the spin, even though it's like we didn't come close to the goal or anything, but don't want you guys, the people that did do it, to not get something. So K-Me, Alley Cake, Deborah, Tro, A Blank Slate, Sandy Shirley, Alley Cake, Linda Howell, Cheryl Moran, let's see, J. Cool 3300, Michelle H., Monica Reeves, J. Cool. Man, what does that say? 3,300? I can't read it. It's kind of far away. No, she wasn't Linda K. And then we had Allie Cake, K-Me, Michelle H, Eden Fox, Deborah Tro, Municipality, K-Me, Allie Cake, Richard Watts. And then we had Jessica, Christina, Lisa, and then two someones, and Anna Marie on the coffees. All right, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and I'll just do this spin here for the ones that did play. But you guys see how it's completely different whenever I cover something different. Put a 1 if you notice that. If I cover something that's not one of the big cases, how the support for the channel drops off a cliff. Tell me if you see that or not. We've been recovering on the channel this month, and now we're set back again. And it's just, it's a travesty, really, that we can't just keep covering whatever the hell we want to cover. But unfortunately, it's just the reality. And you guys are sort of relegating me to, that's it. You know, so. All right, so here is the spin for the people who played it. It's not Cindy, obviously. So look at that, Municipality. All right. Very cool, very cool. So Municipality, had we reached the goal, I would have spun it twice. But we weren't even close, so can't do it. Hey, we'll have to put Cinnamon Sun Freak on for tomorrow. Thanks, Cinnamon Sun Freak. I like that name for some reason. Cinnamon Sun Freak. Yeah, I get a lot of crap for, you know, trying to cover the cases that are bigger now, but it's just, you know, don't know what to say. So it sounds like they're on the right path. I think what the kids were sort of implying is that their dad did something to Asha Degree, and there was a cover-up for it. I thought I read something different on a different article, like almost like she said that she did something. I mean, I didn't see it in this affidavit, but there was 3 affidavits, so maybe there's more search warrants out there we could take a look at. I don't know. But I got you in there for tomorrow, Cinnamon Sin Freak. Appreciate it. Hope you guys found it interesting at least. All right. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys next time. And as I always say, until that next time, be safe out there. And by God, we'll hopefully get some justice for Asha Degree. I think we covered this case years ago, and then more recently, and then now we got this one. So it sounds like they're on the right path. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a... I don't know, I couldn't find that in what I got. Dissector. Plug rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Okay, wait, hold on a second. Because, I mean, the thing is, I was reading something in the articles, and it wasn't in the documents. that I just read, but I remember reading this. So let me read this article here. Hold on a second. No, it wasn't in that. It wasn't in there. I read it. Law enforcement believe a Cleveland County man and two of, well, I mean, it could be if I didn't, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see if the word's in here. Okay, this might be it right here. So it's number 21. I thought we read this earlier. That Valentine came to Cleveland County Sheriff's Office for an interview with investigators regarding, yeah, it was in the bar or something. Right. Yeah, we read this part. In the bar, Valentine said that she heard Lizzie say, "I killed Asha Degree." So she literally said that, and then there was this slew of text messages. What does that mean, Gray Daphne? I don't know what that means. Right. So there's that, and then it says the same thing in here. I killed Asha Degree. The man reported that Dedmon capable then became stern. So, I mean, it sounds like she admitted doing it. All right. Anyways, thanks, everybody. See you guys later.